I had just finished working for a really large church in Boston, and had been um, I'd been working there for about a couple of years at that point. Was really burnt out. Was pretty stressed out, overworking myself quite a bit, and then leading up to ending that position, I think it was probably a month or two after I left that position, and my dad died pretty unexpectedly. Every pastor or minister or work in the church, at some point in time, I think it's inevitable that you run into situations of church hurt. And so I think that's a lot of what I was dealing with prior to my move back here. So to go from that straight into my dad's death was just a really rushed, kind of turbulent time in my life, I'd say. I didn't know what to feel, honestly. I think I was harboring a lot of anger and bitterness at what happened with the church out in Boston, and was trying to work through that process of forgiveness. But then, of course, when my dad passed away unexpectedly, that took precedent, obviously, and so was just really trying to. I was wise enough to know I needed to sit in the grief for a while and not rush that, and so what I didn't realize until months after was that I was actually in a form of complicated grief. So I had the grief over what had happened in Boston, and then on top of that, the grief over what was happened with my dad. And I think the longer that I am alive and the longer that I'm in ministry, the more I recognize the amount of junk that I've accumulated, whether it's my own or just being involved in everyone else's junk, gets weighing. And so there's times where it's just good to be able to talk that stuff out. And so for guys in particular, there's a stigma of we got it all together and we don't need to go talk out our problems with anybody. But there really is a freedom that comes in being able to just talk about stuff, express stuff, let stuff go. HopeNet allows you to explore more of who you are, and in doing so, get rid of the stuff that might be weighing you down. And in that, you experience freedom. One of the things I discovered is once you get into counseling, it's not what you think it is in a lot of ways. There's this fear of, okay, I got to go in and I got to tell my deepest, darkest secrets and bare everything, and that's the fear that I think keeps us from pursuing it. But as I got in, I found a caring counselor who took the time to get to know who I am, what's important to me, and allowed me the opportunity to bring up certain things. And as I brought up certain things, she was trained well enough to be able to point out and kind of say, gently prod in certain areas and pull out of me the best part of me, really. And so I would definitely recommend counseling to anybody, because we all can benefit. They see you for who you are and what you can become. And freedom comes in starting with understanding that we all fall short, and that's okay. I love life now. I'm still who I am, so I'm still fairly busy, but I'm busy in the right areas, in the right ways, with the right things. I have a much better grasp on my boundaries. I have a much better grasp on when I need to say no. And I think the other thing is I have a much better grasp on recognizing when I need to pull away and just get time with the Father and just be in His presence and allow that to renew myself and my soul and my spirit.